Then I was going to be sentenced in Worcester by, my lawyer was, not a lawyer, advocate, was, Anthony was, Joe Kricha, he's here. Joe Kricha is here in Cape Town. You must speak to him, he will tell you what this. I was supposed to be sentenced for 20 years in Robben Island. And then he went to defend for me. I was supposed to be sentenced that day. It was 12:15. Then the judge told him, listen, this is not Cape Town. This is Worcester, Afrikaans. And then he said, and he stood up. I said, sorry, sorry, sir. My name is Joe Krug. I'm the son of Apikrug. Apikrug is also a lawyer in Worcester. And he was shocked. He said, let's break for tea. We'll come back at 1 o'clock. He said, let's break for tea. He was shocked. What? He's born in Worcester. He's here defending for me. And then they said to me, David, you will be charged. Kircha will be charged. The only thing the judge told me, he can abscond your charges, withdraw charges, but the only problem, you must leave Worcester.
That same day or?
Today. Not with us. Not with us. We will find an alternative way. How can you leave Worcester? Then went in, and then the judge said to the police were there, I will withdraw the charges under that he is moving out of Worcester. Then didn't believe the police. Then I left the court. They put me in what's called the place? There were no restaurants in Worcester at that time. Only called what's called this thing? It's not a restaurant, man. It's like you sit and eat. There were no restaurants.
Yeah.
You eat. So they make coffee and tea here, and then you eat and cook, and then you go. There were no cooking food those years. Sit there. Then they said, sit there, David. We are leaving. They left money on the table for me. I must find an alternative way to get to Cape Town. Okay? Then I was eating here. Guys, not eating well. I have to leave. But the problem is, that time, the trains were leaving only in the mornings. There were no trains, only taxis. Where? Taxis with private cars. Now, only solution was go and hitchhike at the freeway.
Yes.
With my
On the way
friends.
out, yeah.
With my friends. Hitchhike. We found a truck. The police cars, I saw them, but they told me I was going home and get my luggage. Then they can catch me. They didn't know I got a one-way plan. Get to Cape Town. Then I got my father's friend called Sam Peterson was a cab caretaker. You know a caretaker? No, a caretaker.
Yes. A cab?
Yeah. Sam Peterson was an ANC commander, ANC. He trained us. Then my father phoned him and told him, I'm coming to Cape Town. But I was told, go to Worcester. Then I went to Cape. I went to him. You are here? Yeah. They keep quiet. Then I started where I started to hide. Cape and Cowley House, not Cowley House.
Yes.
Then there I started art because I was wanted. I must never be seen. I must never be seen on the streets. They came to Cape Police. They came there looking for me.
Ah.
Then the person who protected me is a judge, Lee Boselek now, the judge. He also asked Lee about me, Lee Boselek. He was working for the, what call this place, the lawyers in Cape Town, Center for Resource Center. He was working there, Lee Boselek.
Okay.
Then they were looking for me. People there, like Sophie Peterson would tell you the story. They were crying. They were all in the wall. We are looking for David Hlongwane, where he is.
Oh, you were in the big hall in Cape?
Yeah, they were lined up. I came in there, I saw the police guns and I saw them. No, I didn't run away, just sneaked to the shop, Adam's shop.
Yes.
And I went to Cowley House, didn't catch me. Then, people also kept harassed about me because I was doing art and politics. I was very, very naughty.
But now, David, just tell me, like you say, you, after all that trouble in Worcester, and you had to go to Cape Town, and by some connection, you end up at the community art.
That's it. My father's friend
Was the caretaker.
Caretaker there.
But now, was the impulse to make art or become an artist already in your mind? Or did you end up at the art center?
That's it.
And then just have to make art? What is the, when did that transition from the political person into the artist happen?
Okay, good. That's it. At that time, as I told you that in my youth, I wanted to be a priest.
Yes, yes.
I didn't. When I got to Cape, was art and politics. I was so not engaged. I was not seen in the front scene. I was at the back Cape. And then Sam said, David, attend art classes of drawings. The time I come from prison, my mind was not functioning well. I was trying to get my way.
So on a difficult part of your journey.
Yeah. Another journey now. I'm here, running away from the police. I'm here, I missed 20 years in prison. Now I'm here. What must I do? What is the best thing? Then I went through art. The only option I could do in this building. I don't go out. Then, when we were doing, I remember one time was Hilda Amato. Hilda Amato was Ben Amato's mother. Not Ben Amato's trap, is playing music. Bianca Amato. She's on the films now.
Okay.
Bianca Amato from Cape Town. You must get an Amato. Amato from Cape Town, a very famous family. Then we were doing, I were doing the class, and then also Sophie. Sophie was very Christian. I used to challenge them in politics in the class. People, this lady, she's crazy. What I should draw still lives while our people have been killed in Guguletu. No, we can't.
Yes.
We can't. Let's draw do here in our paper. Let's draw do. This still life thing, it's a long way. No, man. David, it's a lesson plan. He said, no, we can't be drawing while our people have been killed in the township. We can't even, we need to be there, guys, let's join them. They better kill us. Okay, my methodology, I don't like to. The thing affected me into politics mostly was Nelson Mandela, when my family told me about him, where he went to prison. Then I put my feet or my head on the block that I will die for freedom. It was my motto. As I said to my mom, I'm not your child, I'm the people's child. She didn't know that I was meant. Then the Nelson Mandela thing was really itched me inside. I didn't know about Steve Biko. I know almost about Nelson Mandela. When I get to Cape now with these guys, with Cameron Boyer.
Yes.
Cameron Boyer was a BCM, Black Consciousness Movement member. BCM,
Okay.
Black Consciousness Movement. We challenge one another.
So you as ANC and you as Black Consciousness, yeah.
We challenge. Then challenging how? Via action plan and programs. of the ANC. I said, no. The PCM is only speaking about where you are. Me, I'm now beyond this. Then Hilda came back and said, guys, let's do this still life. We will need to be able to pass, because you don't do this. I said, no, we won't. And then Lionel comes to me, David. I said, Lionel, I understand, but I'm not in the mood. My cousin has been killed in Worcester. We worked together. He was shot by police. He was also a PCM member. He was shot and killed. Now I'm angry. I need to draw what really hurts me. He said, no, but do your poetry or whatever. I said, I want to poet. I want to draw. I know you people wanted to change my thinkingness. I want to draw. I will do. Then there came Andrew Stein. He's from George. Andrew Stein was doing printmaking to David. I understand your matter. Yeah, man. Write down your things, and then we do a line of cut. Then he came up with Katie Colwart's German expressionist, and he came with Katie Colwart's came with Manfred Zayler in the class. Came Manfred Zayler in the class, and then he bought some Katie Colwart's. Say, yay, that's what you want.
Yes.
Manfred Zayler, that's what we want. Then Manfred Zayler, at the time he was speaking a broken English.
Because he was so new.
Yeah. Speaking broken English. No, show me. Hey, then I was involved. Then they see, then I did one drawing was called the PCM. I draw Nelson Mandela's face, and he said, David, you'll be arrested.
That image?
Yes. And then I draw it, and I put him in the cross. I said, no, better put something. He said, no, I want to put something. But you can't print this. If the police come here and they see this, you'll be in trouble. Then I put there PC black rice, and I did one drawing was called a domestic worker. A woman was working at his worker place. He was working, washing dishes. She was thinking about his children. I wonder, my children, will they survive? Are they still safe, or they are no more? Because at the time police were shooting in Hoogland. I did that one. Also, I did one drawing called Pain in Detention. A woman arrested with a baby. Then the police came in again at cab. Saw this work, political work, and then they took the work. Not of the blocks, they took the
prints.
The prints on the wall. And then they took, who? No, that's David. Why is this David? At the time I was staying with Professor Colin Bundy. He used to work at UCT as an English lecturer.
I think he was into the education department at some point.
Bundy. And this Helen, his girlfriend Helen Bradford was lecturing English, but she's based in observatories. Colin Bundy is retired in London. I was staying with them. They came in their house and they searched for me, and they searched all the room where I was sleeping. And they found some of the prints of my political prints. I said, no, we're looking for me, and I have to be arrested. Then same person, David Hlongwane, spoke with this guy, Lee Bozalek. And then they gave him a warning. I must stop drawing political work. I tried to retrieve those work, I couldn't find them. Then the reason why I was putting art in politics, I remember before I told you about right of freedom.
We you heard the Tambo lecture.
Oliver Tambo said to people that they mustn't come to exile. Why? Because exile is full. Let us mobilize in the country and then work in the country. Okay? Then when I went to outside the country. Remember, I used to swim. Remember, tell you to swim from Fontaine and get some bags with money.
Yeah.
Over. As I'm living with ANC outside there. Even we know that how to get out the country, we did know. Okay? Then on my politics then I was, do you know Omar Bacha?
Yes, yes.
Omar Bacha will tell you Omar Bacha. We did a meeting at CAP. You see my work, and then they asked me if can I have a passport. I said, no, I can't have a passport, but to go to a conference called CASA, another South Africa. It's in Holland, 1987. Then I told him, no, I don't have a passport. I am wanted. I won't able to have a passport. I said, what? Okay, David, you can't. Then I started calling Paddy's house. Then I didn't know how I was planned. Then I got a call from Omar Bacha. I must be ready at 9 o'clock. You're going to Durban. To Durban? Yo, Bacha, it's too far. I said, no, go with me, man. I didn't know. But all the way was a trip to go to Holland. I didn't have a passport. Passport was made underground. We went to Durban. From Durban, we drove to Joburg.
Yeah.
Joburg to Botswana. We drove Botswana till 2:15, 3:15 by a car. Went to the border. Get to Botswana, we fly to Holland.
Oh no.
I got a passport in Botswana. I don't know how did I get it. Wait. Get in Holland, ANC conference. Yeah, I know some people I know from Lesotho, they were there. Then I met and Gordon Metz. You know Gordon Metz? Gordon Metz is from Cape Town, but he's in London. We met there, and then we met people there. Wallace Road there, we met people there, ANC people, we met. Then we chat about action plan of how can we make the country ungovernable? How can we make the country ungovernable?
Yeah.
How can we organize like Michaelis and the professors to be more political against the government? They must be active, then their voice must be heard. And then certain like this guy, Kevin Young.
Yes.
He did Potter's Boy, that thing he did, that gun.
Yes.
Yeah, they were starting a new life of them, it's Michaelis, to be political.
But Michaelis also had strong ties with CAP at that time, eh? Because
True.
I remember Cecil Scotlanders, they all fought.
CAP, Kevin Janchis, Kevin Young, and then with this Nathan, American professor. Make a link with CAP to transfer skills to CAP. People, students from Michaelis used to live here, go to CAP, and then we come here. We share links. The way links. Professor Dubois.
Oh, Neville Dubois.
Yes.
Yes.
He didn't like, a little bit, he didn't like that, but the students insisted that we can't wait.
And that's why you've got such good relationships with people, ex-Michaelis students.
Yes.
Because again, the youths were together.
Yes. Also in the 60s, people like not that name was a former minister of environment in Western Cape.
Oh,
That's name. Benny Gould.
She was Tasneem Ismail.
That's it. Yeah. She's not working for this NGO. Yeah. Those people were in there. They came in playing volleyball, but they were political. Volleyball was only a methodology. And then we said, Woodstock Youth Congress, we are part of you, we are part of us. Okay, then we did that. When we came back from Holland, I, for one, was not easy to come back. I have to go to via Zimbabwe because that passport I have was not.
Yes, legitimate passport.
Yeah. Okay. Get to Zimbabwe. They were in Zimbabwe. They were called Askari. No Askaris. Do you know what is Askari? Askari is like a police person, but he's wearing private clothing. He can, okay. He can be say I'm ANC, but not ANC. He is a police, but to win you was to get what you are saying.
Yeah.
Oh, he said it. He said. Then I stayed in Zimbabwe, and then in Zimbabwe, I see that I'm being followed by Askaris. Then I spoke to the representative of the ANC. Comrade, I have to leave. I've been followed here in Zimbabwe for many times. So now we find alternate way. Then they find me another false passport to go back to via Botswana again. Botswana again to South Africa. Okay? When we get here, I was more naughty now. Involved with firearms, arms struggle. St. Peterson was in Kondo Sister General.
Okay,
He knows.
yes.
When I went back from Botswana through there, and Sam trained us to use firearms. At
So
camp.
now it wasn't just cultural struggle, it's armed struggle.
Armed struggle. Beyond.
Yeah.
Beyond. The only methodology was this. Was what happened you want to defend your leaders. What will happen? Was a question. To defend your leaders. Okay? Then I went to Worcester. The guy, did you know Barnard? You must get to know the policeman called Barnard. Barnard was a very left-hand shooting police. He was very strong. He shoot his left. He was very fast. He shoot with his left. He went to Worcester, and then we were. Do you know macaroni? It's a firearm. It's a gun.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, so firearm macaroni. Then we give him macaronis each. We drove in a small car to Worcester. We are going to attack Barnard in Worcester.
Sure.
Okay, I'll give you one scenario. If you are given a firearm by any person, first thing you must have an oath. You must have oath.
Huh?
I give you this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. An oath. You must have an oath.
Yeah.
You don't rob this with this. You don't kill anybody with this. You only defend your people. Don't intimidate any person with this.
Yeah.
That you've been told. Also, it's not yours. It's for the people. Very simple. Went to Barnard in Worcester, in the car, driving with Sam, the driver, and then Chris and me in the back. Then he saw Barnard. Then he pulled his firearm. It's my cousin. I was next to him. He almost shot me. I said to him, "You can't do this. Let us get off first." Then he wanted to shoot Barnard. I have to defend him.
Yeah.
And then I look at him, and then he show a gun to me. And Sam said, "No, you're not supposed to. Want to shoot me, my cousin?"
Your own cousin.
Wait. We went there and dismantled this car. Take the car, take the wheels off, put it on under the blocks. The idea was when they come back, they'll see the car is old, so the new like a scrap car. They weren't able to see. It's on not on some
These
blocks.
levels, yeah.
Then it's good. And we went searching for Barnard in the town. We were forced to have The young people like Barnard, if Barnard is car is here, they must throw stones this side. He can drop that way. We were there. We shoot at Barnard. But we missed him. That show him that we are here. He knows what's the firearm.
Yes, of course.
That firearm is macaroni. He knows. Just to know him that we are here. And then the next morning, and he left Worcester.
Yeah.
Came to Cape Town. He said, MK was there in Worcester. And hey, macaroni, wait. Get back, put the wheels back in the car, and I asked my cousin, you want me to shoot you? Why? No, I'm sorry, man. No, I was very angry, touched about this. It was a firearm. When you pull the trigger, it's one off.
Yeah. Nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. Wait, what happened again? Hey. Then I involved with now I left Worcester again, came to Cape Town, sitting at camp, naughty. I told you about the BFK and CTS. There was a big fight in Worcester. There was a funeral of, I spoke to one of the leaders called Tinto Guleto. Comrade, in Worcester there's a problem of views. They are too wild.
Too?
Wild.
Okay. So no
fighting,
discipline.
Fighting banga. And they asked me, what is the solution? I think let them go to exile. We need them outside. Let our community live in peace. Can they go out? I said, go and identify them. Next week, there is going to be a trip, go to exile. What is called? Call them young lions. I went to Worcester. I got a book, pen and paper. The buses were supposed to leave Friday night, Cape Town, go to Cradle. There was a funeral there. I went to them, got their names, got the book. Then my dad saw one guy was a spy. When I was washing, he took names of people who were in that book. They asked me, did you check that boy? That boy is a spy. Why? Now he took the names of the people's names in that book. What? But you're already gone. Yes. Now, the bus is coming. I told them that you are going to a funeral. For free, I will pay you for food. I told them. Get in the bus came in Cape Town. They drove the bus, got in the bus. The police was searching for me. They already know I got, but I was not in that bus, in a different bus. They climb in, they get over. When I get to Craddock, after the funeral, they have to leave, go to exile. There were 17 guys.
Oh.
I told them 17. I think 3 died in Angola. 3 died in Angola. I'm still busy with that case now. 3 died in Angola. Only the 14 came back. There were 17, only 3 left. They died with the bomb. They were fighting with, what I heard that they were fighting with UNITA, Savimbi group. Then Savimbi in Angola, Savimbi, there was Dos Santos and Savimbi. They were in that war. They died there. But anyway, lastly, I got information that they got their bodies. I know their families. I was the person who was responsible for them to leave the country. Then their family were angry with me. They didn't know. I, for one, I can't give information to you about your loved ones. When you go to exile, I can't tell you. I have to hide. I have to lie. If I told the truth, now I commit myself on the thing. I must never say anything to you. Okay? Then, luckily, they're coming back. coming back, some of them are in the army now. Some are not well, some are not well, some are very old now. They're in the army, Salvation Force, which is, some of the family, they were angry when they were in exile. Like saying bad things, which I'm unable to tell you was, they were thinking that they were killed.
Yes.
But they didn't know. But if you are committed as a soldier, you are giving the oath that you are committed to serve your people. No matter where you're being deployed, you cannot say, I can't. You have to take, because you have committed yourself. But these 3 guys, their bodies have been found, but sadly that their families are no more. Only few are left. Grandchildren are there. There are no more even now to give them what they call a benefit they can't get, because there's no
one left to claim.
No one to claim. But even they can't get, there's no law saying we must give them. Even there were children of them, yes, but there were none. Then, that is the thing. Let's go back again to the story of my family.
But maybe, I'm sorry, but we'll run out of time. I just wanted to get back to when you started out at CAP, like earlier you mentioned like Sophie Peters.
Yeah.
You mentioned Cameron Boyia, Lionel Davis, but you were also, in your first year when you started there, you were also with lots of other artists that I'd like to know how you influenced them in their thinking and in more political making,
Yeah.
I can say like Sophie was very Christian. She still is today, but her work does definitely take on social commentary. It does take on a political angle, because merely by being a South African in that situation, you make comments, There was Billy Mandindi, there were so many interesting people that then started to make those political connections. So would you say that CAP then was, what kind of actions happened at CAP? What kind of political stances happened at CAP? What kind of effect did CAP have as part of the cultural struggle on the bringing down of apartheid or the dismantling of apartheid? Would you say it was in a strong position?
Okay, let me go back to it. At CAP, there was this guy called Mike van Garan. Was an ex-director of CAP. After Mario Pizarro, before Mario Pizarro.
Oh, it was before Mario.
Before Mario Pizarro. Mike van Garan, I could sense him. He was not ANC. He didn't know I knew. I could.
But did he know that you were ANC?
He knows.
You made know, you were never shy about that?
No, not shy. He didn't like me, but it was ANC. Okay? I said, no, CAP must never be any political alliance. And then I challenged him in many, many ways of that. You cannot silence the people. Let the people speak. You cannot tell people what to do. No matter you are a director of CAP, you cannot silence the people. Then this guy, Mark van Garan, seeing me that I was always challenging him on that. Point number one, he was a member of Cape Action League. He was a member of Cape Action League. You know, Cape Action come from? You know, Cape Action League is from the slavery thing. Then they formed like there was a PCM, like Black Consciousness was like Zabaki once in It was mostly only for blacks. Okay? If you remember, Steve Biko raised that matter. BCM is not only for blacks only. Anybody is for under his hand. Then they feel infiltrated and they form the Cape Action League. Like, let's have our own body, but the current Congress was disbanded by them. Then they joined ANC. But now, only thing they have Cape Action League is whereby to have the colored community's voice to be heard, but bringing the Cape Action League. That was the methodology. To have this, but this they can work together, but not sharing the same platform. But we share our own thing, then you share your own thing, others thing. Then my friend Khan didn't like the ANC thing, which I, for one, I see as a threat. Challenging. Then at CAP, when he invited Barbara Masekela, was a secretary of the ANC, secretary of the secretary desk.
Yeah.
He called it CAP. I asked him in the meeting, this thing you of making acting must come to an end. I told Barbara and other people, this fool there said, this must stop. You didn't like ANC, you are anti-ANC, you Mafan Khan, but we invite ANC. How can it be that?
Yeah.
Let that be. So that our own problem here first. Then when you come back, they must come back to us, not to you. My friend didn't like that. I discovered the meeting. And I said, okay, I agree, I will draw now. After this conference, can CAP tomorrow, we sit down and meet, talk about differences. My friend Khan and us. Because he was making a show like CAP and play a big role. But while he was attacking us in the CAP, that we are. Okay? Then conference continued. Then after the meeting, we challenged my friend Khan as a director of CAP. That you were doing things of calling Barbara Masekela here without us. But why you hate us? Then never had an apology, and then he resigned as a director of CAP.
Okay.
That's why Mario Pizarro.
Mario sitting, yeah.
Okay. Then again, let's go back. CAP play a big role in. I'll give you this guy called. Do you know this guy called John Bent? Do you know about John Bent?
Yes.
John Bent. He played a big role at CAP. Very, very big role in visual arts. Also, the way he speaks. John Bent was left his high school in 1976. What he shared us. He said no to education. He had privileged to be at the high school, and then he resigned the school because of the killing of Steve Biko. Then John Bent stopped schooling. That was a sample of the first.